Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. If you would like to see how I made this floral piece, then please keep watching. I'm giving you a bird's eye view of the items I'll be using today, and I will leave a complete list in my description box below. I have a round canvas. It's just under 20 inches in diameter. For my flowers, I'm going to be using some clear plastic spoons, some smaller silver spoons, and these little wooden shapes. I need those to make my flowers. I have some little silk leaves, flat back gems, some of these ice cube gems, and my colors are a metallic cobalt blue Artist Loft. This is a turquoise apple barrel. I'm just going to be using this as the base coat on my canvas. My glitters are silver, Paradise Recollections, some specialty Recollections glitter. It's almost like a shredded silver leaf. I have this teal color. It's Creatology. I get this at Michael's. And this is the excess that I had for my project my last project. I'm just going to be using some of that today. My clear crushed filler glass. I have some silver Rust-Oleum spray paint. I'll be using some Elmer's glue today and my hot glue gun. I have this little round 5-inch diameter bowl, and I need this to make my flower, my larger flowers, and you'll see later on in the video. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to spritz my canvas with a little bit of water and my brush. And I'm going to take the turquoise apple barrel. Okay, the base coat on my canvas is all dry, and now I'm going to put my metallic cobalt blue Artist Loft. And I'm hoping I can get away with one coat. And I've found that if I can get a base coat that is really close to my main color, I can sometimes get away with one coat. But we'll see here. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful color. No, it looks like I'm going to need another coat. So I'm going to let this coat completely dry, put on a second. Okay, so I'm not happy at all with the paint job on my canvas. So I'm taking some of my Tri-Art liquid glass. It's a pouring medium. I have it in a cup, and I added some of the metallic cobalt blue. And I'm going to put a coat of it on here and see if this will fix the canvas. You don't have to do this step if you've painted your canvas and you're happy with it, right? This is just something that I want to try so I don't have to scrap this whole canvas. There's just too many brush strokes in this canvas for me, and I don't like that. Okay, so while my canvas is drying, I'm going to bling up my petals for my flowers. Now I'm going to leave the handles on these little silver ones for now because I want to be able to hang on to it when I'm putting my crushed glass and glitter on. And the big ones though, I'm going to, there's a little ridge right here. I'm just going to snap those off. And I still have plenty of the handle to hang on to. Now for some of my flowers, I'm going to make a double petal, and I might even do a triple petal. But I do know that each, I'm going to use 5 spoons for the petals so that they sit like this. And then for my double, I'll do 5 more in between like this. Okay, you'll see later on in the video what I mean. Now I'm not going to bother spray painting these clear ones because I'm going to be able to see the crushed glass and glitter from the underside, and I think I'm going to like that effect. But if you wanted to, you could easily go and spray paint the bottoms. You wouldn't have to, you don't really have to spray paint the top, but the bottom. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do just with a few of them, and then I will do the rest off of camera. And I'm just going to put a little bowl underneath. I'm going to take some Elmer's glue. Little craft brush here. And I'm just going to grab some of my clear crushed filler glass. And I think I'm going to take the specialty glitter. Okay. Easy peasy. Very shiny. Okay, and I need one more so that I have 5 petals the same. I think I'm going to go in with the already pre-mixed stuff that I have. Just with it. Go shiny that is. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'm going to finish blinging up my spoons and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so my spoons are all glammed up. I haven't brushed them off yet, but they are so pretty. Another one here. And I love the color of this glitter. This is that Creatology. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I've pulled out the smallest shapes in this bag of wooden shapes. I only need the small ones. And I need to spray paint those in the silver. And because they are so light, I'm going to put them onto some painter's tape here. Otherwise, if I try to spray paint these individually, they're gonna fly all over the place. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take that outside, spray paint that and all of my leaves in the silver spray paint. Okay, so now it's time to make my flowers, and I'm going to make a large flower, a large double petaled flower, and a small single flower. And I have a couple of gems here, one for each of the flowers. And I have my little wafers that I spray painted. And this is going to be for my smaller flower, but this is how easy these are. You just snap the handle right off of the spoon. Okay, and now this 5-inch bowl is the perfect size for what I want to do. And I want my petals to be sitting up slightly. I don't want them laying flat like that. So I'm going to take one of my wafers. I have some painter's tape here. And I'm just going to make something in the center of this bowl to anchor my little wafer down. And I'm not pressing it down hard because once I form my flower in here, I don't want to pry it off. I want to be able to just push it around and loosen it up. You'll see what I mean later on in the video. Okay, then I'm going to take my hot glue gun, add a little dollop of glue there. Take one of my petals, my larger petals, and just sit it in there. And now this bowl is holding it up while it dries. Okay. Now, because these petals will not sit side by side like that, like the small ones do, right? When I put them together, my small ones, all the petals, they're right beside one another like that, whereas these ones, there's going to be a space. So that's another reason why I want to use the bowl, because then I can, just going to add the hot glue all the way around my little wafer there. And I have time with this hot glue, it's Gorilla Glue. And I'm just going to place my spoons on top of that glue, on top of my wafer there. There's just enough hot glue right now just to get them in place, just to let them sit there lightly. Okay, and I'm just looking at the spacing and that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add a little more glue just to anchor them down a little bit better. Where the space is between these petals, this is where I'm going to put my small petal. I'm just going to let it sit on top like that. Okay, I'll take my next petal, add some hot glue, and do the same thing. Just place it there and let it just fall naturally in that spacing there. Okay, just like so. I'm just going to add a little hot glue just to the edge of these small petals. And I'm just going to add a little bit of silver glitter because hot glue tends to dry a little bit cloudy, and I don't want that cloudy to come through my little gem. Okay. So now this is why I wanted the tape and the little wafer lightly placed underneath, because I don't want to pry it out of there. Now if I just take it and push it around, make sure my gem is glued, and then now it'll slide right out. See? Easy peasy. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now that one's going to be ready to glue right onto my canvas rather than me trying to fiddle with making flowers right onto my canvas. Now the only reason why I need this little bowl again for a small one is just mainly to hold this wafer in place, because like I said, these petals are right together like that, right? And the bowl is too big for me to just let it drop. So I'm going to have to hang on to the petal while my hot glue dries. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue for now and keep that petal raised a little bit until my hot glue dries. Okay, just like that. And now I know that these petals sit right beside one another. Okay, so I'm just going to place this petal right up against the other one and just kind of hold it up the same height as the other one while my glue dries. And there's my small one. And I'm going to take my hot glue gun again, add some hot glue in there in the center. Add some of my silver glitter just to camouflage that hot glue a bit. Take my gem and plop it right into the center there. I can see it. I don't know if you can. I can see the glitter from underneath, and if I don't have that in there, it's going to look cloudy. And then again, I'm just going to lightly twist it, and it pops right out. Okay. And there's my small single petaled flower. Okay, I'm going to finish up my flowers and then I will bring you back. Okay, the silver spray paint is all dry on my leaves and they're really pretty just the way they are, but I think I'm going to bling them up a little bit. I'm just going to grab some of my clear Elmer's glue. And then I'm going to paint some Elmer's glue onto the veins of the leaves. So I'm just going to follow the vein of the leaf here. Okay, and I'm going to take some of my Paradise Extra Fine. Something a little extra on the leaf. Okay, and I'm going to take my silver. And I'm just going to leave those two bottom ones plain. Okay, so I'm going to continue blinging up my leaves off camera. Okay, so I have everything ready to glue onto my canvas. I have all my flowers and leaves, and I have these flat back gems, and I was just going to glue them on individually, but I decided to make flowers out of them with my little wafers as well, my little wooden wafers. I thought it would be easier to arrange them on here before I glued everything down. And the coat of TriArt liquid glass with my paint, it helped it a bit, but I'm still not 100% happy with it. There's some markings in here, but I'm going to be able to camouflage those with my flowers and my leaves. But one thing I do like about it is how shiny it made it. So that gave me another idea for another painting down the road. So what I'm going to do now, kind of like my previous painting with the dowels, I'm just going to arrange my flowers and my leaves and everything kind of until I get a design that I'm happy with. And what I want to do is I want to kind of meander the flowers and leaves across my canvas like that. Maybe something like that. And that's the beauty of making all of these things individually. Then you can move things around, right, until you get a design that you like. Okay, so I'm going to take my hot glue gun and just start gluing my pieces onto my canvas. Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. This turned out so pretty. I am so pleased with this. That is such a beautiful paint color. Absolutely love that rich paint color. And I'm really glad now that I didn't, that I wasn't happy with my initial paint, my initial painting of it, because the TriArt liquid glass made this so shiny. I will leave a link in my description box with my beach theme painting if some of you would like to see me mixing it. I didn't show that part on camera. Oh, and these little flowers, they're so sparkly. Some of them I didn't put the gem in the middle, like this little guy up here. I just added a dollop of glue and then added some of the silver glitter to it. Oh, this is so sparkly. And I love doing the flowers individually like this. And like I said earlier, you can just move them around until you get a design that you like, right? And putting the paradise glitter on these silver leaves. That is so, so neat. I think this flower right here is my favorite. The flat back gems are a little bit scuffed up, but nothing I can do about that unless I put a little bit of glitter on them just to camouflage it, but they're still okay. I hope some of you guys make something like this. It was a lot of fun, very easy and relaxing. There was a little mark behind that one little flower down there, and I camouflaged it with a flower. And I like that Rust-Oleum bright silver metallic spray paint. It is very, very shiny. I think that's my favorite of the metallic silver spray paints out there. This would look beautiful if the flowers were all in different colors as well, right? Oh, this is so pretty, you guys. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It feeds the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when I upload all my future videos. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch, and God bless.